Good morning, everyone. I'm Leanne, and welcome back to the Crafty Cupboard. Today, I'm excited to share a special project with you. I'm making another beautiful sewing caddy designed by the wonderful Jennifer Clouston. A dear friend of mine is about to undergo surgery, and this little bag will be a get well gift for her. This video is all about some little modifications and additions I'm making for the caddy. With this being my second time to make it. If you're interested in sewing the actual caddy, please contact Jennifer to purchase the pattern, and I'll leave a link to her video with the contact information below. Step 1, remove the cat from your design book where you have sketched out your ideas for the modifications. Once the cat is snuggled safely on your lap, let's start by gathering our materials. Each material has been carefully chosen to create a caddy that's not only functional but also beautiful and filled with love. For this project for my friend, I picked this cute teapot and flowers design because it reminds me of all the fun times we have together, sharing our love of creating. The contrast fabric is little flowers because her kindness, acceptance, and generosity truly makes friendships between others blossom. Time now to select the cottons for the matching embroidery pieces that will feature on the front and the back of the caddy. For my first addition to Jennifer's original design, I've created embroidered felt needle holders. They're nice to keep the needles organised, but mostly a shameless opportunity for me to stitch some more flowers because I am obsessed. I'm secretly hoping they'll also bring a little moment of joy to my friend each time she opens the caddy as well. Use running stitch to put the needle holders inside the caddy once you've followed Jennifer's instructions to insert the zips. I like to keep a water-soluble pen and water brush in my caddy for sketching out design lines and then quickly removing them on the go. The first time around that I made this caddy, I slow stitched it as per Jennifer's pattern and thoroughly enjoyed the process. But this time around, I have a deadline to meet, so out comes the sewing machine. Time to grab the right sized hoop. Since I first used a Nerge hoop, my old hoops have sat sad and neglected in the cupboard. Not sponsored, just genuine love for these hoops that grab tight and don't let go. Taking inspiration from the main fabric, I'm simply drawing on complementary designs to stitch as feature panels to add visual interest to the caddy. And you got it, a shameless opportunity for me to stitch some more flowers because I am obsessed. These cute little stitcheries will be finished in no time at all. Following the outlines in backstitch and using 2 strands of embroidery floss. Oh my, is there any better sound than that thread popping through the fabric? It is the music of stitching that soothes my soul. The comfort of a warm beverage. And oops, you've caught me in my PJs. It's still very early on a chilly morning, I promise. Lazy daisies with French knot centres bring this cheerful posy to life. Now, if you were more clever than I, you would have stitched on the embroidered panels before sewing the caddy together. But if, hypothetically speaking, the panels were an afterthought because you thought the bag needed something more once you'd finished, you could grab a piece of plastic and insert your hand in the zipper pouch to stitch the embroidery down. That piece of plastic ensures you don't accidentally stitch through to the other side, effectively closing that zipper pocket shut. For someone who makes lots of bags, I have to confess I'm not much of a bag carrying girl. I throw my phone in my pocket and I'm off for adventures. Since I made my first sewing caddy though, I find myself taking it everywhere with me. So if there's ever a lull, I start stitching. And so to make this caddy even more practical, I've modified the original design by making it slightly taller so it can hold a phone. And that will be handy for my friend to carry around the house with her post-op too. For an extra touch of charm, today we're making Japanese style loop ends. Today I'll make Sakura or cherry blossom loop ends. These look super cute and can also double as a useful pin cushion when you're sewing on the go. Carefully cut out circles from fabric and sew them together, leaving a small opening for stuffing. If you would like more delicate loop ends, you could use 4 centimetre circles, or you could even try smaller. But for your first go, large is easier. Loop ends are often used on traditional Japanese bags such as kinchaku, the little drawstring pouches, to secure the drawstrings and to prevent the knots and the strings from fraying. Fabric's carefully folded, stitched, and sometimes stuffed to create a small cover that fits over and secures the knotted cord ends. The loop ends make it easier to pull and adjust the drawstrings, providing a better grip and reducing wear and tear on the cords. The addition of loop ends demonstrates how thoughtfully Japanese people approach their crafts with dedication to quality and aesthetics. Make 5 equally spaced apart marks on your circle because we're going to take 5 stitches to pull in tight and create the petals. The angle is 72 degrees for those of you who want to be precise. Stuff the sakura with fibre fill or wadding to create, I like to create quite a firm cushion. I feel like it gives a better result later. And now we've got to put the knotted end of the cord inside. Do tie a knot and then put that inside. And we're going to close the opening with a few neat ladder stitches. Next, take extra strong thread and a long, strong needle. This needle case is one of the first things my dad made for me when he bought himself a lathe. I love using the things he made me, holding them in my hands, a tangible connection to him. He was such a clever man making things with his hands, and he took up many crafts. He taught me calligraphy as he was learning it, and he had the patience to sit practicing for hours. So each stitch comes up from the center. Take your thread across the edge and to the underside back through the center and pull firmly. I stitch each petal line twice because I can get it stronger and tighter on the second go. This step can be a bit hard on your hands as you need to pull the thread very firmly to pull in the sides of the circle to create the petal shapes. I find pliers necessary to help me pull the needle through. These little covers that we're making just add a lovely decorative element to the caddy. An optional extra step is to repeat the stitching with a decorative thread to add a bit of colour. Finally, a finishing touch of a bead on each side, which also covers the knots that you have in the centre. Isn't that such a cute way to finish the ends of the cords? You can find all sorts of loop ends if you go searching. Tulips have been quite popular lately, but I've seen lollies, strawberries, macarons. Once you understand the concept of leaving a 3D shape open and inserting the cord knot before closing the shape, possibilities are endless. With the caddy assembled, it's time to fill it with all your sewing essentials. As this one will be gifted to my friend who has all her sewing essentials already, I'm filling it with items that will help soothe and rehydrate post-op. Panadol, lip balm, eye drops, sore throat lozenges, hand cream, tissues, and a little water bottle. This zipper section is superb. You can put your cotton in and zip it up and pull your thread and cut it to sew with, and it won't roll away and you won't lose it. This cat is not only a practical gift, but it's also a heartfelt gesture of support and care for the healing ahead. Thank you for joining me on this special project. I hope the videos inspired you to create something beautiful and meaningful for someone you care about. Next episode will be my 100th episode. Can you believe it? I can't believe I will have created 100 videos. What should I do for the 100th episode? How should we celebrate? I'd love to hear your ideas down below. Well, until next time, stitchy friends, keep stitching with joy and love and finding calm and beauty in every creation. Happy sewing, everyone.